Welcome everyone to this first English episode of the RPG Gamer channel. I created this channel after seeing my sons and their friends spend hours on games that, although they had good graphics, had nothing as far as storyline came. These games were simply point and shoot with no mental challenges whatsoever. When I asked why they didn't play games that challenged their minds, they had no idea what I was talking about, so I started showing them older games. And I saw that they were deeply interested in that kind of gameplay. It's the offering that's lacking nowadays, however. I blame the big game publishers for this. Games now need to be released almost on a yearly basis, whereas back in the days of yore, games were released after years of programming. Since graphic cards were not as powerful, designers had to come up with interesting and challenging game stories in order to hook players up. I then realized that if we show these big game publishers we want games like that, maybe they'll start rewarding us for the money we give them with games we actually want. So I decided to start up with a game I liked, and when I showed it to my kids, they actually enjoyed the game's storyline. That game is Phantasy Star Online. So here we go. I'm gonna start the game. I'm playing it on GameCube. Going to the offline game. It came as there were servers, online servers where you could actually play. So I created a new character kit. And we'll play episode 1. There were online servers where people could play various missions together, but I think the servers were taken offline a couple of years ago. Now, when you create your character for the first time, you get to see the story, the video that shows the beginning of the story, which is basically you hear that there was a civilization that was destroying itself, that was on the verge of destruction. So they sent unmanned probes into space looking for a planet. They found one, so they sent a first spaceship called Pioneer 1 to settle the planet. And when everything was okay, they sent a message back for another ship to come with the main wave of refugees. That ship was called Pioneer 2. As it approached the planet, the central dome on the planet communicated with this approaching Pioneer 2 spaceship, but then a huge explosion occurred and contact was lost with Pioneer 1. So when we start the game, that's basically what happens. So are you RPG Gamer, the Hunter? I'm Principal Tyrell. We have a bad situation. We need to act quickly. Did you hear about the explosion on Ragol? Very well. Pay attention and listen to me. We've lost contact with Pioneer 1. We have no idea what has happened. We've sent unmanned search units, but communication seems to cut off near the surface. What happened on Ragol? What occurred on Pioneer 1? Are the people on board alive? The council made a decision to send a manned search team. You are a skilled hunter. We need your help. We have no choice. We need a place to settle on. Could you... No, it's nothing. Take care and good luck. So, just looking at it's been a while, so let's look at what the various buttons do on the remote, on the controller. Okay. Now, back then, game developers spent a lot of time creating the game. So, what we learned was that most of the NPC characters had something to say, or sometimes they would have more than one line. So I'm talking to the Principal Tyrell again, and he says something different this time. I didn't say anything. Go talk to my secretary. Irene will help you. Okay. So where is Irene? Probably her. Well, let me brief you on your mission. Once you're on the surface of Ragol, check the status of the residential area. Checking the status of the central dome is a good idea. A transporter was launched earlier. You can go down to Ragol directly from the city. It may be a little risky, so please be careful. That's all. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. No, nothing. I wish you the best of luck. Okay. This is just between us, okay? The principal's daughter was on Pioneer 1. After that explosion, he's been constantly worrying about her. He can't even sleep. This is a personal request, if it's possible. Find out what happened to her. He isn't in a position to ask you such a personal favor. Red Ring Rico, a famous hunter and a top scientist on Pioneer 1. Rico's his only daughter. Please look for her. So we see that character Irene had more than a simple line of text. Our planet was tearing itself apart. We couldn't stop it. So we started searching for a new planet, and we found Ragol with unmanned search units. A huge interstellar transport ship was sent to Ragol. That was Pioneer 1. Pioneer 1 confirmed Ragol as a suitable location to settle on, and a second ship departed. That was us, Pioneer 2. Oh, sorry, you already knew that. Yeah, we saw that from the introduction. Pioneer 1 and 2 are identical spaceships. Each Pioneer can travel in space holding 30,000 people, okay? When our ship was led by the signal from Pioneer 1 to land on Ragol, we saw that strange explosion. Pioneer 2 decided to orbit Ragol and collect data before landing on the surface. I was against the immigration. If a planet dies, the people have to die with it. Don't you think so? That's a radical point of view. Okay, so we're heading to Pioneer 2. We see people. So it was always a good idea back then to just talk to everyone you see. The explosion occurred just after the landing announcement. The news spread very quickly among the citizen levels. The people who have family on Pioneer 1 are worried. Okay, so some characters just have one line of text. That's okay. Now I won't be reading everything that everyone is saying. I'm just taking note of what is said. If there's something important, I'll point out. Now the goal here is not to do a complete walkthrough of the game. It's mostly to show you that what's missing in games nowadays. Okay, the buttons of on the controller are extremely sensitive, so I have to be careful. Okay, is that something we can? Yes. Okay. Hi, this is a check room. You can deposit meseta and items here. May I help you? Okay, no, let's not deposit anything here. Is that a store? Oh yeah, it's something. Have you met the attackers? To discover the true power of an unknown item, it must be examined by them. But you can't always believe them. Each attacker has its own specialty. Interesting. Attacker. Need something examined? No unknown items. Visit me later when you have an unknown item. Okay. Welcome to the arms shop. What can I do? Oh, so we can buy or sell arms. Cool. But everything costs more than we have. Okay. Welcome to the tools shop. What can I do for you? Monomate. Health recovery fluid. Oh, we already have 4 of those. Monofluid. Health recovery fluid. Restores TP. Restores HP. Okay. We won't buy any. We already have some. Welcome to the guards shop. Guards. Okay. Okay, it's the protection, like the armors and shields and stuff like that. Okay. We forgot to look. Okay, so here we have. It shows us what, how many experience points we need for the next level, which is good. It shows us our name, level, Items. Equip. Do we have... Yeah, we have some stuff. We have a saber, a frame. Nothing here. And a mag. Probably a magazine. No. Okay. Items. So we have monomate. And yeah, mono fluid. Cool. Okay, now I see why. There's a button that forces the camera's point of view to change, which will probably be a must later on. So by talking to everyone, we're gathering some information now. We know that on the planet, the top scientist and a hunter was Red Ring Rico. We've learned earlier that she's the daughter of Principal Tyrell, the administrator of Pioneer 2. And we know there's been an explosion. Medical center, okay. We are completely fine, come back later, okay. This area is for A-rank hunters who sometimes take part in secret missions. It is isolated from other areas for security reasons. Thank you for understanding. Take this transporter for instance. It has direct access to Ragol, but access is restricted. Only a few hunters are permitted to use it. Okay. Okay, let's just finish exploring first. Pioneer 2 has departed after Pioneer 1 confirmed that Ragol was suitable for colonization. Because of Pioneer 1's report, we only brought a small army and very few weapons. Did we take too big a risk? The Hunters Guild. We generally call all hunters, rangers, and forces just hunters. The guild is a place for hunters to get a lot of information. They also assist hunters by finding jobs at the counter. They aren't a local office of the government, they're totally independent. They have total extraterritoriality inside the guild. Okay, interesting. Cool, is that, no, okay, that's nothing. Now for those who remember old games, you had to look and explore everything. We can assist you in finding a job if you're registered, okay? Find a hunter. Okay, so those sound like small quests, side quests probably, or maybe the main quest, I don't know. But let's not focus on these right away. And we'll head down to Forest 1. We'll head down to the Ragol, to the planet. Those who remember old games like The Legend of Zelda, you basically learned that you had to try everything. You'd find bombs by killing monsters, and then when you entered a room, you'd use those bombs on every wall in order to hopefully discover secret entrances. Same thing when you got the red candle or the blue candle. Oh, what's that? Testing. I'm Rico Tyrell. I'm a hunter. This capsule is for anyone who has come here looking for me. I hope this helps you. I don't know who you are, but you must know that there's something unusual about Ragol. This is important. Pay attention to everything around you if you want to survive. Okay, so as if you saw, when we got down on the planet, there were some boxes. I thought we'd just simply open them and like if there were treasure chests, but doesn't make really much sense. Our character has to actually blow the boxes up in order to get what's inside. Now we have a button that doesn't seem to do anything, and we have a small attack, a big attack. Okay. Oh, our first monsters, a Booma. So I'm just pressing all the buttons. There seems to be a small... There are some delays depending on the attacks we use. So there's a smaller attack and a bigger one. Oops. I'm seeing monsters appear. Okay. On the top left corner in the HUD's display, we can see our hit points, TPs, our level. On the right side of the top right side of the screen, we can see a mini map, and we can see monsters as they appear, which is interesting. Lower right, we can see the actions menu. Now, when I press one of the controller buttons, it does a certain action. So the green button does the small attack. Oh, there's a monster around here. Oh, a savage wolf. Okay. There you go. I see another monster somewhere. You can see doors. Okay. Now one of the door changed from red to green. Let's say boomers. I don't like their weird faces. Be careful, you don't want to get surrounded by them. Okay. Green door. Let's go through. Oh, another capsule. Red gates are locked, green means they're open. Of course you knew that. Well, we found that out. And as we explore, we can see the mini-map showing us what our character sees. Whoa! Mothman. Big Mothman? Oh, no, nest. Good rule of thumb usually is whatever monster appears on screen, you just hit. But it's not always like that. For those like me who remember old games, when you used to play, there was a game called Ultima Quest of the Avatar, Ultima 6. What we learned in that game, so we got a new level 2. And it healed us, which is good. Saved us from using our fluids. Now, in Ultima, I remember there was this door with what seemed to be a magic armor on the other side, and we couldn't get through. We didn't have any magic keys or keys at that moment, and we were simply exploring. And I remember at one time, for no reason, I was playing with some friends of mine, and we started, doing anything, and there was this mouse running around in the castle, and we spoke with it, and it replied. It was a sentient mouse. It joined us. We could then use it to go through the portal, the metal gate, and it could grab the armor. Mothmans will keep appearing one after another. You have to strike them out at the root. Now, of course, it was funny because we could get a mouse through the gate, but that mouse could then go and grab the armor and walk back. The armor just could go through the gate too. Same thing happened with Final Fantasy, the first release on Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES. At one point in one of the caves, I remember we started talking with everything, and there was this broom, and when you talk to the broom, it would just reply with something. What made the animals become so violent all of a sudden? They weren't before. They were very quiet and friendly. There must be some cause. I'll find it. I know I'm a fool. This won't make me any richer. Perhaps that's why I'm exalted by them. Red Ring Rico, haha. But I'm not really the great hunter citizens say I am. They needed a hero, and I just happened to fill that position. Interesting. So as we advance in the game, now we see capsules. Of course, it's surprising that a hunter would carry so many capsules around, but they also help a bit. Now, once we've gone through the actual game, we don't have to read those again. It's there are some games where they actually force you to go through a tutorial, and they force your actions. You have to do this. You have to do this. Now, in a game like Phantasy Star Online, as you can see, we're looking at the capsules. We're learning about the game, but once we finish it and we try to replay it, we don't have to read those again. I don't know what, as this first session, uh, I'm not sure exactly just how long. Well, I was planning on making this session about half an hour, so I don't know if we'll actually manage to gain another level. I don't know if we'll make it to a different place in the game. One of the features also that you had to understand with these games was that in order to go further, at some point, you had don't show your back to a savage wolf. It'll attack if it sees this opening. Okay, you had to do some level grinding. So basically, you would be playing the game, repeating the same steps, just in order just to get a couple of experience points and raise your level, because you know the next stage would be too hard. I remember there were contests when I was younger where everyone would try to finish a game by spending as little time as possible. So you try the game, for example, you'd finish it on level 100, and then you try it again, knowing what you knew, and tried to finish it at level 95, and then you try to make another run with your character being level 90 only, and the more you played, the better you got, the more challenges you give yourself. Whoa, lots of monsters here. The game. Okay, so the green action is actually drinking up Monomat, one of the healing potions. Figured that a little bit earlier, but as I was talking, I simply forgot to. Okay, so that's not Savage Woods. That's a Barbarous Wolf. That one was harder. Didn't want to die. We're almost at level 3. We only need 71 experience points. What are those? Ragrappy. Whoa. Hey, the Rappy was still alive. It got up. Whoa, 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 whoa. That one is bigger. That's a Gobuma. Okay. Another one. Having to switch the point of the camera angle to fight is a little bit it's annoying, but then again it was annoying at first, annoying in the first battles with the Barbarous Wolf, but it's getting easier and easier. Okay, so once we beat the last monster, the capsule opened up. Ragrappies are cowards, but they like to attack straight on. When an Ragrappy falls down, it may still be alive, so be careful. There was some sort of button right there. Okay. And the minimap shows us that we've seen what's behind that. What's there? Oh, that was the first level we got. That was the locked door. Now we've been gathering lots of items since the beginning. I forgot to check. Is anything? Whoa, handguns are less powerful than sabers. At the moment, let's keep our. So we found a frame. I don't know if it's magical or something. And then we found a shield, but we're not strong enough. It says level needed 4, and we are only level 2. So it's going to be able to help us further later on. Now, where do we need to go? That one is unexplored. A transporter. Okay. Oh, there are some monsters right there. Now the monsters appeared only after we opened up the boxes. Okay. Wow, bodies of dead animals. We hunters sometimes use firearms, but they were killed by firearms that are much stronger than ours. Okay. I forgot to check the transporter. There was this small room. Oh, okay, there's a monster now. Telepipe. Okay, so let's... Oh, we're teleporting to Forest 2, so obviously we're advancing. A disaster occurred. Things were shaking, then something broke through the surface, and then it exploded in the central dome. I don't know what to say. For 7 years we've tried to adjust and improve the environment. What was it? Was it related to the accidents we've had recently? Guessing boxes cost less than a couple of meseta, because I'd pop a box open and there's only 3, 4, 5 meseta in them. There's something here. Okay. Now I'm seeing the timer that I installed, that I'm running. Like I said, I wanted this first game sessions to last about half an hour, and we're up to 29 minutes now. Hopefully we can reach level 3. Ha! Speak of the devil. Level 3. We don't need to use Monomac. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's that? Who's that big guy? A Jigo Booma. In other words, a big meanie. And that one is tough. But that one is dead now. Okay, so we have lots of stuff. Capsule. Look for a switch to activate the bridge. I'm guessing that that was the switch we activated. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna quit the game. This game will be saved automatically. Okay, I was expecting to have to save, but it's gonna save the game. So I'm gonna say goodbye and hope to see you in the next episode. Have a nice day.